Hey guys, it's Kate with the Book of Kate. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you guys are here. Sorry, I've tried filming this intro so many times, but Binks will not get off my lap. She's a fan. She's a fan and she's telling you that you should subscribe. Actually, that's what her message is here today. So if you like bookish content, book recommendations, wrap up, all the bookish things, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around and let's just get on into the video. So I will be completely honest with you guys. I did not have the appreciation for standalone romances. I just started getting into them this year. So if you have any recommendations, please leave them down below because I would love to pick some more up. But here are the 6 books I have to recommend to you guys today. So the first one, my favorite book of the year so far, Unbroken Promises by Nikki Ash. Sorry, this cat is very distracting. I have Unbroken Promises by Nikki Ash. This is a why choose emotional gripping story. This book had me bawling my eyes out. So it follows 3 best friends who all kind of fall in love with each other. There are breakups, there are heartbreaks, you see friendships falling out because of this romance. Like, this book, it will give you all the feels and it is just so good. Read the trigger warnings because like this book had me crying on the first page. Like, I needed a box of tissues next to me this whole entire book. It's super short, but it is super impactful. And then the next recommendation is Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. This, I was gonna say it's my only Ali Hazelwood. That's a lie. This is the second book I've read by this author. This one, much better than Bride. Much better than Bride. If you haven't heard of this book, it is a college swim team romance. She is a diver and he is a swimmer. So I guess it's not swim team, but they're both in the pool. Both their sports are in the pool. But like, look at this cover. Like, and you can buy these on the Target shelves, okay? Like, guys, like, Ali Hazelwood was not playing around. In this book, we follow Scarlett and Lucas, who are kind of set up because they are both kinky. So this book is steamy. People really didn't like the friend in here or the ex. She's the same person. I can't remember who that is. I can't remember her name, but honestly, I didn't mind this girl. I feel like this book had such a realistic portrayal of just friendships, breakups, still not being over your ex even though you've set up with the other person. Like, this book just summed up college so much. And also, I was really happy to see a sports romance where the athletes actually prioritized school. Because in a lot of college sports romances, all we see is all sports, no college. Like, babe, you're an athlete. You're a student athlete. These people put the emphasis on student and I really appreciated that. And then there is Our Secrets and Scars by Maisie Myers. And this is another emotional romance. So in this book, we follow Kinsley and Holden and they randomly meet at college and he is such a grump. You know there's something darker about him. But what the 2 characters don't know is that they have been pen pals when he was in prison for like ever. Like, something happened when he was, I believe it was like 15 or 16 or something like that, and he ended up going to jail, and somehow these 2 characters got connected and they became pen pals while he was in prison. He stopped writing her, but she didn't know why. And so when they meet up again, super emotional. Like, all these books are emotional basically. Like, I feel like it has to be emotional for it to really pack a punch. But you just see their relationship progress, and then you also kind of see how they deal with the conflict when Kinsley finds out how she knows Holden. And then for romantic suspense, we have All the Missing Pieces by Cowles. This was my first introduction to Cowles, and I am so mad I didn't listen to everybody and pick her up sooner because I have been eating up her books. They are so good. I wanted to start with this book because it is a standalone, so I could really see if I vibed with her writing before I committed to a whole series, and vibe I did. It was so good. And this is a small town romantic suspense where Ridley comes to town and she is a true crime podcaster where she tries to solve cold cases, and she rolls up to town because there is something about this particular case that she really wants to solve, and she has a personal connection to this case. But Coulter doesn't know that, and he is like, actually, you need to get out of my town. And Ridley is like, I am not. Like, that's not happening. The only way I'm getting out of this town is if the victim wants to kick me out. Like, that's the only way. Otherwise, staying right here, baby. The banter in this book was great. I loved her cat. And, like, honestly, the cat bites people a lot. And she's like, oh, it's just tooth hugs. I cannot tell you how much I've used that in my real life since picking up this book. Like, oh, my cat doesn't bite. He just gives tooth hugs. Because he does. He does real bad. And then we have another pen pal romance. This is Dirty Letters by V. Keeland and Penelope Ward. I love that trope. So if you guys have any recommendations, please leave them down below because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this trope. What can I say? But in this book, we follow Luca and Griffin, who become pen pals when they're like 8 or something, super young, and they become pen pals, and they keep it up for like 10 years until something traumatic happens to Luca and she shuts herself off from the world, and that includes Griffin. He doesn't know what's going on. All he knows is he misses Luca. And 10 years later, while she is cleaning out her dad's house, she finds out that Griff has still been writing her letters and she wants to reconnect with him. There's a little bit of a road trip in here. There's also a kooky therapist. Like, I loved that kooky therapist so much. Like, he's might be one of my all-time favorite side characters. Luca also deals with agoraphobia, so that rep is in here. And I did get frustrated at Luca at some points because I'm like, why can't you just, like, he's right there. Why can't you just talk to him? Like, why can't you say how you feel? But also, I don't have agoraphobia, so I did feel a little bit insensitive, but it did annoy me. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say it. It did annoy me. Luca also has a pet pig. Like, this book was just so much fun. And then lastly, I have a fantasy, Tusk Love by Thea Guanzon. And this is a road trip romance, but make it fantasy. We follow Guinevere and Oscar, and Guinevere is crossing the country trying to get to her future husband, and something happens and Oscar saves her. And he is so grumpy, but he's like soft for her. And I normally don't like road trip romances, but I think because this one was so different, they had to deal with bandits and like people trying to kill her, and like there was just so much going on in this book, and I really appreciate the author putting it all in one book. Oscar's character is narrated by Teddy Hamilton. Like, that's why I picked up this book, honestly, because Teddy Hamilton was the narrator, and I was obsessed. And I really don't have anything else to say, but if you like road trip romances and you like fantasy, put them together, you got this perfect book. Anyway, guys, those are the 6 recommendations. Let me know if you have any more down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!